Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Prabhu Ramachandran. I am the co founder and CEO of Facilio. Facilio is a PropTech startup focusing on offering software solutions for operations and maintenance of large real estate portfolio. Today, I'm going to speak about how does a modern CMMS or CAFM look like, and what it means to have a data-driven operations for large real estate owners, what they can achieve by moving to more centralized data-driven operations. Um, so before we get into the problems, these are some of the insights that we want to share. Where post-COVID, the one is there is a huge focus on operations and maintenance of real estate, because opening up properties, be it office or hospitals or hotels, is very very key. And there is also a increase in operational expense per square feet. That is from a report that Deloitte has published. And customers are moving to more and more digital. And this chart on the right shows, so Deloitte went and asked, like, what is the amount of operational efficiencies, like in terms of cost reductions everybody is targeting, and across US, North America, Europe, and APAC. And you can see that on an average, like more than at least 20% of customers are looking to look at like 40 to 50% sort of savings and from different aspects. So there is huge focus on operational efficiency, operational savings, and because of that there is also increase in technology spend. Okay? And we ourselves did a study. We asked our customers on couple of aspects. So from their existing CMMS, which most of the real estate companies use, what are they doing for other aspects? Like how are they handling tenant experience, sustainability management? How are they getting executive visibility? And the like answer is 50% of them are still using email, phone calls, Excels, and roughly 20% of them have gone and procured multiple tools to solve them. And some part is also like using building their own systems, and a major part of them are like build versus manual plus something is being built. So that shows that in existing CMMS and CAFM system there is a huge gap to meet the new demands of property operations teams. And we also asked, like, what are the limitations, major limitations that they are seeing in their existing systems. uh, the most one is lack of like ability to automate the operational workforce. Most of the CMMS are pointed tools, they serve a purpose, but beyond that, to go and automate business workflow, facilities management workflow that spans across different teams, different stakeholders, those are the areas where they have to do it manually or in different systems. And the next higher percentage of people feel that the next problem is lack of data. So most of the systems are system on records. They are not really learning from the data. They are not really giving data driven insights. Okay. And then we also asked what are the top operations and maintenance challenges and today. And the major one is collaboration between teams. That is also partly because of legacy systems where they are not cloud enabled, mobile enabled, data not data driven. So because the business naturally is like outsourced at multiple layers, there are so many stakeholders. Collaboration is a very very key things. So it's clear that there is a huge gap in terms of not addressing beyond asset management like tenant experience, sustainability, plus lack of data driven operations and the team collaborations. So how teams are handling it today? So these are needs, but with existing legacy CMMS and CAFM, how properties are handling is one is like a lot of piecemeal software systems, CAFM, CMMS, and then they solve some problems with their ERP, like vendor and contract management. They are also procuring separate help desk, workplace management, and then they are relying on BMS and tools around BMS for utility sustainability management. In spite of these piecemeal, they are still having a lot of manual processes and a lot of services. They have to go to their vendors and rely on a lot of services. So you can see that there are so many O&M tools, but what the market needs is a completely reimagined O&M tools that is able to unify all these and not just replacing all of it, but can it go and wherever required, can these new system go and integrate with their ERP, integrate with their BMS systems, with their say account management systems, and then it has to be like really easy and quick to go and deploy um, a very hyper personalized experience. So this is the new need. Okay. So why the CMMS? Why does there is a huge gap in the legacy CMMS? Is when the whole concept started a couple of decades back, it was all asset driven. There were physical assets, and the CMMS was primarily like a record keeping tool for asset. What are the list of assets? Where are they? And what are the planned maintenance? Then they get converted to work orders, and most of the users are technicians, very little being used by the leadership and beyond that. But today, for the modern property operations teams, beyond asset management, what to be done itself has extended into the property management teams, operations teams are expected to impact positively the tenant experience, customer experience, either it is an office property or a retail property or a hospital. How are customers experience in terms of lesser problems, comfort, health, wellness, and all of that? If you are renting it out, leasing it out, how are tenants experiencing with respect to sustainable building, more safer building, healthier buildings? So these are new responsibilities that have been given to the teams. And how are they doing beyond the regular planned maintenance and work orders? They are looking at approvals, inspections, payments, rostering, reporting. All of that are new on how to do it. And beyond technicians be the primary users, now they have to serve, they have to bring in third party vendors, customers and tenant, their satisfaction, they have to be brought into the same systems. And more importantly, more and more C suite owners are getting into the operational aspects of real estate because of the important it plays today. But they don't have a tool, they don't have a space in this whole technology landscape. So the blue ones are the ones that are missing in regular CAFM systems. Okay. This is again a depiction of a simple service request that a tenant raises a complaint to how the job gets executed. There are so many tools that pass through, so many manual processes between these stages. What might take for a couple of days eventually takes like a couple of weeks because of these broken systems. But if this can be reimagined by a single platform that can span across multiple stakeholders, FM teams, finance teams, third party vendors, senior leadership, customers, tenants, all of them are accessing same platform, working on same data. So this whole time taken to look at the problem, assign it to right person, approvals, payments, all of these can be shortened. Okay. So how does a modern tech stack look like? If you follow from the bottom, right, the bottommost one, operation maintenance, is what a traditional CAFM CMMS offers in terms of asset vendors. And then what we have done is on top of that we have three more layers. Next one is we have a very strong workflow orchestration layer, which is a part of our platform, where we can do automate, digitize, and automate workforce like approval workforce, compliance work automation, accounting automation by integrating with their existing accounting systems, automated scheduling, rostering, analytics, all of that that spans across multiple teams, multiple departments, multiple stakeholders are digitized, automated in the workflow orchestration layer. So this brings better visibility and it saves a lot of time and effort. On top of that, we have a layer which is contextual intelligence based multi-stakeholder engagement, where you have customer portals, tenant portals, where they can log in, they can get contextual information, do some contextual work like service request management, looking at their bills, all of that, and then communication with the tenants, customers, and for leadership, a single pane of decision viewing dashboards. So this is the like a stakeholder engagement layer. And finally, the next level of efficiency is going to come in where if the CMMS becomes connected, where there is an IoT layer that goes and connects with existing DMS, existing automation systems, sensor systems, and we are able to enable capabilities like can the alarm management, can all the alarm be picked, they can be analyzed. There could be a root cause analysis engine that runs on top of it and creates work orders with proper analysis and helps the field force to identify problems faster, solve problems faster. Condition-based maintenance, indoor air quality management, comfort monitoring, because we are integrating with sensors, like HVAC systems can across a building, can comfort be monitored in real time and adjusted in real time. So these are modern use cases that can be enabled if and when the CMMS is able to seamlessly integrate with existing sensors, existing automation systems. So this whole stacks, what it delivers is it brings in multiple stakeholders. It helps to automate a lot of manual broken processes. It gives huge visibility for leaderships. So I will summarize this as beyond traditional CAFM, what is really needed, what are the value adds. One is the main thing is the workflows. So today there is the technology in other industry has evolved to go and enable very quick automation, digitization of workflows, like approvals, like audits, like risk compliance management, all of that. That brings in huge cost savings and better customer experience. Next one is executive visibility and control. That is something completely lacking today, where can leadership have contextual logins, contextual apps into these systems, so they have what information they need on both their tactical day-to-day basis in terms of SLA violations, customer complaints, breakdowns. Plus, they also have more strategic data and decision-making inputs from the tool in terms of when can they replace their aging assets, which buildings are performing better in sustainability, what is the NPS of their occupants or tenants. So when leadership gets to use data, when they are accessing this, using this day in and day out, they get to understand better the operational things. They can work, they can guide the teams that are on the field. And the third one is multiple stakeholder engagement, right from the occupants to tenants to third-party vendors, contractors, to sustainability team, to finance team. If all of them can work on like a single pane of truthful data, and they have contextual apps, contextual logins, that again helps to bring in operational efficiency. And the next one is much deeper asset management capabilities in terms of this is where the whole connectedness comes in. Mission critical assets like HVAC, elevator, fire safety systems in buildings, they have automation in place, they have sensors in place. If these sensors, automation data can be seamlessly integrated and brought into the CAFM platform, and the data can be used to understand the working of the machines, to predict early warnings, to predict failures, to remotely control these equipments for better energy efficiency, better performance outcome. So that is where the next level of value from CMMS will come, where real-time connected, data-driven asset management for both mission critical and expensive assets. This will help the property teams to both reduce problems and also reduce effort they spend on maintenance of these assets, also improve the life cycle of the assets. And finally, the connected operational environment, wherein if a customer has dozens of buildings, if all the buildings can be connected and the data comes to a single platform, now they are able to benchmark their buildings, they're able to compare on different aspects, like compare on sustainability, compare on problems like NPS of tenants, compare on maintenance, SLAs, and all of these can be compared, and customers, there can be a continuous improvement that can be done by learning from what works in one property to others. So this captures what we are doing in terms of like redefining the whole CAFM systems to be to move from a system on record point tools to more strategic platform for real estate operations, um, applying modern technologies like IoT, cloud, mobility, machine learning, and then help real estate owners to operate and maintain their properties both in real time in a very data driven way. Yeah, that completes my presentation. I'm now open to take questions. Yeah,
So
I just
the building operations, where is this implementing right now? Because you're also located in the United States or not?
yeah. So we're headquartered in US, and we have customers and operations starting from like North America, Europe, UK, uh, multiple countries in Middle East, Saudi, Oman, Qatar, UAE,
Cool.
and Singapore, India, and Australia. And we have implemented this in customers across different asset classes like office, large office building owners, uh, big hospital chains. And post COVID, we are seeing more and more rapid adoption among large food retail players. So where primarily customers wants like a remoteness, they want to remotely monitor their properties, control their properties, and they want to move to a data driven unified way of operations.
And what do you see happening when you take over the operations? Is it mainly focusing on energy consumption, or is it also the other stuff that people want to operate?
Yeah, if you say in the order, right, the most important aspect is customers that like number one priority is to provide better experience for their occupants and tenants in terms of office buildings, tenants who are renting, leasing. They want to make sure tenants are facing lesser problems with respect to breakages or um, um, things like your air quality and comfort and all of that. That is number one. Second need is how can they bring like operational efficiency, cost improvement by improving, helping, like using this technology to make sure their facilities workforce are highly efficient. Some part of the work is getting automated, so they have more time to focus on the core problems. And third part is the sustainability management, where they are looking this to save energy as part of it. And different asset classes have different priority. For example, a food retail chain, their number one priority is energy saving, because if they look at their operational cost, there is huge amount of energy that goes into cold storage, warm storage equipment.
Yeah, and when you start with one building or with a real estate company, do you always start with a building, or do you start immediately with a whole portfolio to start operating that?
Yes. So again, this is the whole connected portfolio-wide management is a new emerging category. We are seeing more and more customers going and signing us for a larger scale of their portfolios. Like the customer has, say, 20 million square feet. Maybe 3 years back, they were starting with 1 or 2 million, but now we are seeing more and more like 10 million and above as first phase, and then the intention is to go and deploy across their portfolio. Okay? Because the whole value is when you move across portfolio, when you're getting data, when you're making decision based on data, when all stakeholders are connected to the same platform. So that is where the value in terms of operational efficiency, cost saving, sustainability comes.
Yeah, but then you can do way more than just for one building. Yeah.
Yes.
So what are can you give an example of one of the insights that you got where you really thought, well, this is amazing that we can see this from the data that we can extract right now from all these buildings that we have on the platform?
Yes, yes. So yeah, I'll do, like, there are multiple examples. In case of the food retail, which we saw that picked up really after COVID, is um, on an average we're able to save 11 to 14 percentage of energy in a store without additional investment on software like hardware. Just with our software alone, with our energy optimization algorithms, we are able to deliver like 11 to 14% of energy saving, which is huge in terms of if you look at a large grocery store chain, in terms of both cost savings and their sustainability commitments. This is traditionally, this would have been done by retrofitting and putting in like better equipments and machinery, which still is needed. But the value that can be created by software system remotely monitoring at every minute, looking at external weather, optimizing, and all of that, like 11 to 14% energy is huge. That is one. Second aspect is when customers are deploying our CAFM CMMS platform alone across a large portfolio, the amount of time and energy they are able to save just by simply automating some of the process like approvals, payment approvals, inventory integrations. These are things that are huge headache for operations teams because of the delays and how people overlooking it. And if this gets automated, digitized, and it becomes seamless across different stakeholders, the kind of experience they're able to create for their customers is like phenomenal. So
Yeah. So, and one more question that I have for you is the new trends for the next year. What do you what do you can improve? What are you trying to bring to the market next year?
yeah, so
Are you
one
working
is
on
our vision is,
Oh, sorry.
sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Are you working on some new stuff?
Yes, yes. See, the vision for Facilio is to help particularly the larger real estate owners to move from per building level operations with dozens of siloed tools to a more unified, centralized, with remote capabilities, with mobile capabilities. That is our vision. So we have been executing on that, and we just launched a connected CMMS last week, where the CMMS connects with existing automation system, it connects people, it connects processes. And we have in pipeline, we are also bringing in a workplace add-on module into the whole things, because more and more like if you look at the whole IWMS suite, connected workplace applications like your meeting room booking, hot desking, hoteliering, if they are combined with integrating with HVAC systems, there is so much of interesting use cases that can happen, where when a visitor comes, the system understands which room they are booking, and it can turn on lights, it can schedule cleaning before that. So much of things happening around workplace integration into your regular CMMS aspects. And we are also improving on our sustainability capabilities more and more, going deeper, and how can we go beyond this 13 per 14 percentage we have achieved, and help customers to achieve more sustainability, and make the whole sustainability as a everyday affair rather than a like a large project done at once in few years times.
Cool. Well, I think that's really amazing. Well, hopefully 2022 will be amazing for you. So thank you very much for being with us today.
Yeah. Yeah.
And hope to see you soon.
Yes, yes, yeah. Thank you. And I'm sure, like after the whole craziness about COVID, for the whole industry, the coming year is going to be much better.
I hope so. I hope so. Yeah, for sure it will be. We also have a nice challenge that we're working on right now. I will let you know later from Dubai, from MR, also on sustainability and within real estate. And maybe that's also really interesting for you to get in contact with. So I will get in contact with you after this event.
Sure. Great. Yeah. We are already working with MR. Great.
Oh, cool. That's great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. Enjoy your day and see you soon.
Thank you. Thank you.